Welcome, children of the cosmos. Cosmic Carrie here, Two for Joy Oracle. Going to do a lovely reading for us today on this very special, auspicious day, the spring equinox, March the 20th, 2025. Without further ado, I'm just going to show you the wonderful patchouli forest joss stick that is accompanying us, cleansing the energy of the cards, which I pre-shuffled and have already drawn. I'm going to just explain the cards to you today. That's going to be off to one side. We also have our very beautiful special clear crystal, which is rough on one side and smoothed and shined, worked on the other side. The energy that this clear quartz crystal gives is phenomenal. So this crystal is guiding us in our reading today. I also wanted to introduce something that I will use only on very special reading occasions. Today is such an occasion because it's the spring equinox, a very, very powerful day, energy-wise, earth-wise. So I want to bless the reading with my beautiful wand, which I'm just going to show you here, and I'll explain what it is and how I'm going to use it. So this is from Contortia Willow, which is a tree that overlooks and is in my garden. So it literally landed in the garden, a gift from Gaia, from Mother Nature for me, and it's so beautiful and very, very powerful. It's coloured in a very particular way, using the 4 main archangels that assist me in this life journey. So we have Uriel at the top for red, then we have Raphael, green, for the healer angel, and then we have Michael, overall protection and guidance, and then we have silver, Gabriel. Gabriel was also the name of Bee, my dog, behind there, and so she is protected by Archangel Gabriel. But Gabriel is also one of the 4 main archangels that protect. And so this wand is going to be used now. I call upon the white light, Gaia, the cosmos, the universe, angels, ancestors, all that is. Bless this reading, bless the collective and the community. Whoever stumbles across this reading and video today, bless them and bless them in their endeavours. And we ask that you guide and protect for the highest good of self, all, earth, and the universe at this spring equinox. And so it is. Wonderful. So I'm just going to place my wand behind. There we go. Okay. Wonderful people. Let me tell you a bit more about the cards that have come. And today I'm going to be looking at the top of the deck and the bottom of the deck for more information on the messages that have come through for us. And so I want to say that this is actually a very powerful time now. So the spring equinox today, and in the UK here, Greenwich Mean Time, it was, I think, at 9:01. We have 10 to 11 now. So it's really, really now. It's the high point. We've just come into the spring equinox. And I don't know if you do this wherever you are, but I encourage you to do this. Get out into nature today. We have sun here in Somerset, the southwest of England. But if you can, find a space, find a tree. I kicked my socks and shoes off and I've had my bare feet on the grass in the garden and the hands. Just drinking up, absorbing the energy of this special day in the spring equinox. I encourage you to do the same. Be safe as you do it, but definitely get out and embrace the energy that is currently with us. So, very powerful reading today, hence the blessing, the extra blessing from me, from the universe, with our angelic wand. Okay, so this is a really powerful moment where we're passing from winter, which we might say is the dark time, the still time. We now move firmly into the light time, the spring, the time of the sap rising. Now you'll notice in the thumbnail today I've got a picture just of the table outside, garden chairs with the daffodils, And I love that picture particularly because it's catching the light, the dark on the right, and the light is on the left. And as anyone who follows me on this channel knows, that to the left is the future. It kind of makes sense. So we're going from the winter into the springtime. And I just think that that small thumbnail really sums everything up beautifully. Okay. So it's a time to be thinking about, let us set our intentions for the season at this equinox time. What would we like for ourselves, for our highest good, and for the highest good of all in that sense? You know, when we say everyone in front of us, every situation is a reflection of us, that reminds us to be kind, to do our best, and to hold the high vibe, have good intentions, set good intentions. And this is really a powerful time for this. So it's about setting our intentions. And we're really looking also at, when we say that, what does it mean? Well, what do I want to let go of? What would I like to leave in the dark time, perhaps in the winter time, in the time before? And what would I like to embrace moving forward? What do I want more of? What do I want to attract in? So it really is fundamentally, that's the basic message of this reading today. So on the basis of that, guys, I have pulled a few cards. So I've started with my new deck that I literally just got, which is Spirit Junkie by Gabrielle Bernstein. Let's just show you that. I think I've showed you that in previous videos. I think you can get that online. I got that in a shop, but I think you can get it online. And I love her cards. They're just basic vibe messages. So shuffle, shuffle, and what came out was, of course, what we've got today, which is the sun. The more I honour my inner light, the more I brighten the world I choose to shine. Now, if this doesn't sum up what's going on outside, actually weather-wise today, I don't know what does. So this is a very powerful message. Here comes the sun. The sun is here already. Yeah. So this feels very auspicious. The more I honour my inner light, the more I brighten the world I choose to shine. And honouring the inner light is really important. And that's what we can do at this time of setting our intentions at this powerful moment. So the bottom of the deck, with this card, I'm going to read the bottom and the top of each deck because that will give us more information. The bottom was, owning my power inspires others to do the same. I am not afraid to shine. Oh, isn't that funny? Right. So the bottom of the deck is, move away from being afraid to shine. Don't hide behind a bushel. Get out on stage. Present yourself to the world. Share your talents. Give your love and light outwards to the people around you, to humanity. The world needs it, particularly at this time. And that's really then what that card that came out says. Shine. So don't be afraid to shine. And then the top of the deck is also going to inform us a bit. And it says, I see grace and possibility in all of life's changes. Well, that's fantastic. So we're saying that links in, I think, with letting go, moving out of the dark, still, quiet time. We're changing now. We're going from dark and quiet and still to movement, growth. The sap is rising at the spring equinox. So that makes sense. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, the next card, we are using the beautiful Wisdom of the Oracle, Colette Baron Reid. This card keeps coming out, which is interesting. What does that mean? When we get cards repeating after many shuffles, airings of the cards over different days, different times, the message from the universe to us is the same. It doesn't mean that you're not doing it or you're not achieving it or whatever. It's just, this is the energy we're moving in at the moment. And this still applies now, if you like. Number 40, co-create. So here we go, number 40. 40, stability, 4 and 0 is 4. Stability, we said, didn't we? Think of the legs of the chair, think of the legs of the table, solid piece of furniture, ain't going anywhere, guys. And this is it. There's stability in what you're doing at this time. When we get to this point of setting our intentions, we're going to bring in stability. Stability is going to come in with that because we're planning our life. We're taking action. We're not sitting back and waiting for things to happen. We're taking action on what we need to do for ourselves and therefore for the energy, the people, the world around us as well. So we said before, didn't we, that beautiful cheetah is looking directly at us, not to the future, not to the past, now. So they're saying stability is now. We've got the beautiful owl, wisdom. There's wisdom on what you're doing when you set your intentions. And the beautiful egg of creation. And of course the words, co-create. And I love this. So the repeated message from this deck, Wisdom of the Oracle. Keep doing what you're doing now. We're moving into, as I say, a time of growth. Go with the flow. Don't feel we have to force things. Allow yourself to live in that time where you use your intuition, you follow your messages from spirit, you go with the flow. There's stability in that. Okay, so let's look at the top and the bottom of Colette's deck for this. So at the bottom, so what might have been left behind, or some readers might say that's the fundament of the reading, but I'm reading it differently today, is chaos and conflict, actually. Chaos and conflict. So what we might be leaving behind is chaos and conflict, which is really the opposite of stability that we're saying with 40, co-creation. So when we're co-creating for ourselves, for our highest self, for others, for the universe, there's stability in that. And that's sort of the opposite of chaos and conflict. I mean, chaos and conflict has its place, okay? But we are moving away from that in this moment when we're setting intentions. I'm going to do a video probably over the weekend on the tower. Just going to flag that up now because that's been coming to me, that I've been getting messages and downloads on the tower. So I'm going to do a short video on that, as I say, probably at the weekend. So watch this space for that. So that's the bottom of the deck for Colette. And the top of the deck, the card is Poised. Oh, I've just got to show you this card. I love this card so much. 12, 48, 4 and 8 is 12, Poised. Poised. Hope that focuses. Beautiful. And so that is adding to what she's saying with co-create. Work your magic, do your craft, hone it. Keep doing that. The universe loves it. We need more of that. Is that this soul here is really poised, almost to lift off. It feels to me when I look at that card like it makes me want to dance, if I'm honest. It makes me want to go into the kitchen or even here or wherever, just dance, you know, dance like no one is watching or dance like everyone's watching. Yeah. Kitchen disco. Check that out. Love it. So that's a great message. And then I've taken 3 cards. I asked Spirit for 3 cards from Storm Raven, my own deck. No picture on it yet. 82 cards, all the elements of air, earth, fire and water. Spirit is in all of the cards, so I haven't done an extra set of spirit cards. But I shuffled the deck and asked for 3 cards to come out. Just looked at the bottom of the deck there. Storm Raven, 3-word divine oracle. So the first one that came up was a water message. Face the music. Face the music. Yeah, and so for me that's very relevant because I'm also a musician and a singer-songwriter. And we're actually recording our 2nd album at the moment as we speak. Not literally as we speak, but later on today. So face the music. But for the collective and generally, I think this is saying, as we're moving out of that darkness, that hibernation into the light, there may be a bit of joy, but also slight anticipation there. And face the music. It's that thing of face the fear and do it anyway, yeah? But it could also literally mean face the music. Get out onto the stage of life. Experience the music that co-creation can give you, that being with others can give you. So it's face the music. Water sign. I love that. Water, I mean, that fits for me, Scorpio. So this might resonate particularly for Scorpio, Pisces and Cancer. Yeah, the water signs. Love it. Face the Music. Brilliant. And then the next card that came out, flew out. They all really flew out with big energy. There's really big energy that's building up to this day today. Was the air sign. And it's this. Yellow. An ordinary life. An ordinary life. And it's saying there's great abundance, joy in the small things. It's good to have goals and dreams and all these other things that we do have, but it's just reminding us of the beauty of the small things in our life, the joy we get from listening to the birds when we're making our cup of tea in the kitchen in the morning, yeah, or just the hello to the neighbour when we nip down the road to the corner shop. The moment we take to sit out in the sun, feel the sun on our face. The ordinary life. I will also do another video. I'm promising you all these things, and they will happen in due course. On it's going to be a message from the life and times of a saint, a French saint, who is also one of my guardians, and I was given her guardianship last year when I went to holiday with some friends to France. And her name is Saint Therese of Lisieux. Now, don't worry about any religious connections or connotations. Just take the general message of it. I found this little votive token just lying on the ground as I was walking through with friends, as say, in the village of Lisieux. And so I'm going to do a message on that. But her message, Saint Therese of Lisieux's main message was, she called it a small life. But the ordinary life is an echo of that. Your small life is beautiful. There's great value in it for you, for those around you, for humanity. Take great pleasure and joy in the small things in your life. I always think when we pay more attention to the small things, the bigger things that might be tricky or chaotic or whatever, kind of either disappear a bit or kind of get smaller. Focusing on the beauty of the small, simple life. That's what St. Therese was all about. And then the third card that Spirit gave us, you know, they all, as I say, all came out with great energy, was absolutely perfect, of course. Fire sign. Don't look back. Don't look back. So it's the same as that, you know, well, I'm going to say don't look back, but there's two reasons you can look back if you want to, but it's don't look back in anger or regret. I think that's the main message that has come with this 3-word affirmation. But you can look back, to see how far you've come. Ka-ching, doing really well. Wow, what I did there, look at me there, and this is now, it's amazing. See how far you've come. Pay homage, give love to all the hard work you've done back there. Yeah, and the other reason to look back is to fish out, hook out some nice memories from the past, because they're in there, they're in the past. But this is just saying, don't look back. So when we put that all together, face the music. Yes, we're going to do that. An ordinary life. Concentrate on the small things. Find the beauty and the abundance in the day-to-day stuff that we do. It's the stuff of humanity, of our lives, and it's sacred. It's really sacred. And that third one, don't look back. Don't look back. Look forward to the future. And that's what's going to happen, isn't it? At the spring equinox where the sap is rising. So let's do the top and the bottom of the deck. So the bottom of the deck, the rising sun. Okay, so that's there. It doesn't mean we're leaving it behind, but I'm feeling that that's the root of things. The sun is now rising. The sap is rising. The plant nation, things are coming through. I mean, they've been coming through for a few weeks here in the UK. Flowers are here. The bees are back. We've seen that short. Check out that short that Jörn did the other day. I think it's like something mad, like 700 views, which is amazing. That's a really simple thing, watching the bees. So the bottom of the deck, the sun is rising. Top of the deck, back to myself. Yes, back to myself. So in doing these things, in paying attention to the messages we've got here, we ground ourselves and we get back to ourselves. But of course, ourselves is always changing as we move forward, isn't it? A new version of ourselves. And so I really, really love that. So when we look at what we want to release, I think these things happen naturally, but I think the universe is asking us at the spring equinox, when we're asked to think about intentions, is let's turn and notice that. Actually, without judgment, if we can, in a neutral, we become the observer of our own consciousness in that moment. You will already know what's being released. In order to make way for, there's no wasted energy or space going on here. Nothing is wasted. Nothing we ever do or have done is wasted. Never. But when we release stuff into that space, comes something new and different, something we want to embrace. And we may not even know that we need to embrace it. But if we can trust in the universe and the messages that come from our intuition and from the world around us, then we're on a pretty good path. And this space is about helping us know how to capture these moments. So I love that. So just remains for me to say thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button if there is one. I haven't checked, I'm sure there is. I'm going to do another reading. Today's Thursday, spring equinox, so probably over the weekend, Saturday I think. I'm going to do that video on the Tower, which is going to be very exciting actually. So hope to see you there. Sending you love, blessings, light, health, prosperity and happiness at this spring equinox today. And wishing you well, my friends. And I will see you in the next one, which will be in a couple of days' time. Love and light.